This is my final update for Project Necromancer, and it's kind of crazy to be saying that, but here we are. I am done.
Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Wow, it's been a while since I've said that. If you've never seen me before, my name is Chelsea and I write books about black girls who aren't all that nice. And man, there has been a lot happening since I made a video. But we're gonna cut to the chase. I am about to finish Project Necromancer, and I'm speaking that into existence because I'm not quite there yet. However, there are some things lining up for me, and I am at a point where I'm just like, I'm not passing up these opportunities. I am not going to be the person that's like, man, I missed my opportunity because I wasn't ready, because I wasn't on my grind, because I wasn't doing what I needed to do. So, this is going to be a little bit different from my can I write a book in 6 months. First of all, I learned that with me and my brain, ADHD, whatever you want to call it, I don't work well under pressure. The minute I'm like, I have to do this, I no longer want to do it. So instead of trying to say that I'm going to do this in this amount of time, I want to take you guys on this journey as I try to get it done. I know that you guys are probably sick of me talking about Project Necromancer, and there are other things that I want to write, and I've said that so many times. But at this point, I have to get this book over to the author council, specifically Tatiana, because she's on her grind, she's on her hustle, she's doing her thing, and I'm so proud of her. But also, I would really like her opinion on what I'm doing. So, because I know what she has next coming up on her plate, I'm like, I need to get this to her. I have a tiny window of time to get this to her before she's like knee deep in other things. And I also want to get it over to La and get her opinion as well. So, that being my goal, realistically, I have like 10 days to get this done. After that, they're both going to be busy, and I'm going to have to wait for their schedules to open back up again to get feedback on the story the way that I like to get feedback on the story. That being what it is, at this point in this journey with Project Necromancer, I have written and rewritten this book no less than 8 times. But officially, I am on version 5 of this book. I feel like I can meet this goal because I'm actually pulling a lot from different versions and cleaning it up, parsing it together, stitching it, Frankensteining it a little bit so that I can get to where I need to be. Last I checked, I only have like 5 chapters that I need to write from scratch, from scratch. And I already know what they are. It's just that I have never been able to get the beginning right so that I can write it. The next clip you guys are going to see is, me doing the thing. But as of right now, I actually have a meeting for a writers conference. So hopefully, I can tell you guys this, but I am going to be an author at the Griot and Great Owl Writing Conference in 2025 in Durham, Raleigh, Durham, Durham, Raleigh, whatever, in in North Carolina, and I'm really excited about it. It is a writers conference for Black Southern authors, and I mean, have you met me? So I'm really excited. I'm supposed to be in a meeting. I'm going to get to work, and I will see you guys in the next little clip update. Bye.
This is day 4 of me trying to finish Project Necromancer. So, as they say, new dawn, new day, new word count. So, currently I am up to 28,122 words in Project Necromancer. Currently, I am working on chapter 6. So, for those who don't know, this book has 2 main perspectives, and I'm trying really hard to make sure that they alternate in equal measure. So, my goal for today is to finish up chapter 6 and to start on chapter 7. Some of the chapters, especially the chapters in one particular character's point of view, are more complete than the rest. Today is Thursday. My goal was to try to get this book done by Saturday. I don't know if I'm actually going to be able to accomplish that, but it really depends on how smoothly these upcoming chapters go. But I fully expect this to get harder as I go along, not easier, simply because the early chapters were the ones that were already written and pretty much concrete before I even started this. So we will see how that works out. If you are watching this, comment like bamboo or something random in the comments. Like, I just want to know that y'all are watching this. Okay. That being said, I'm gonna get into this, and I'll see you guys in the next update. Bye. All right, you guys. So, welcome back. Excuse the appearance because it is like not even 8 o'clock yet, and it is Saturday, so I'm up a little early. But today is the 9th, which makes today day 6 of me trying to finish Project Necromancer. Yesterday was day 5, and I actually did not do anything. So, full transparency, because this is a lot about me documenting my journey as well as sharing it with you guys. And part of that was just I was tired. So on day 4, I want to say, I stayed up until about like 3 or 4 a.m. working on Project Necromancer, and I'm really proud of myself. I got like 10,000 words. So I made a lot of good progress, but because I stayed up so late, I got up around my like regular time, around like 9 or 10 o'clock, which means I was extremely tired. And if I'm being completely honest, life has been lifing. There's just been some external stressors with me trying to finish this book. And well, I'm trying to stay positive about it and be like, you know what? Life is gonna life. And I'm also kind of like, you know what? This book has to be fire, because I promise you that everything outside of my creative atmosphere is just like absolute chaos right now. But that is okay. I just slept yesterday. I slept, I rest, I played video games. So, um, in case you're curious, I bought a Steam Deck recently because I needed some joy in my life. And the game that I've been currently obsessed with is A Sea of Stars. It's like a cute little pixel art indie game where you play as like these solstice warriors who go around to different islands defeating monsters. And there is a really amazing storyline, and the music's kind of dope too. Like, I'm not one of those people who usually gets into the music of my games like that, like I can tell if it's good or not. But I actually found myself just wanting to listen to the soundtrack, which is pretty cool. Anyway, anyhow, this video is not about my gaming life. I just want to let you guys know what my current obsession is. But that being said, it is currently 7:55, and I am sitting currently around like 38,000 words in Project Necromancer. My goal is to get like another 5,000 ish words today. If I can do that, then I'm winning. If I get more than that, then I'm excelling. But that is kind of my goal for today. If I can clean up chapter 6 and get chapter 7 worked into this current draft, then I might even be able to start on chapter 8. But that is kind of like my stretch goal for today. So, that being said, I have already made my coffee, so I'm going to go ahead and get into this. And yeah, wish me luck. I will see you guys in the next update. Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back. And this is another update. Today is Monday, August 11th, which makes today day 8 of me trying to finish Project Necromancer. As of right now, I am sitting at a little over 57,000 words, which, based on how long the Wrath of the Gods series was, this is about the halfway point, which I'm feeling pretty good about, but it could also be a little further than the halfway point depending on how things turn out, but we will see. We will see. Either way, I'm feeling pretty good. It is currently like 10:30-ish, and I'm really excited because completely irrelevant context. I am the clingy friend, and so Tatiana has had, she's been life and she's been doing her thing. And so the group chat with the author council has been kind of quiet for like 2 weeks. And I'm just like, I miss my friends. And so now that she's back, we're like, okay, we got to hop on a group call. And so I'm very much looking forward to this call. However, I can only go once I meet my word count goal for today. So I'm hyper focused. I'm ready to get down into this. My goal for today is to clean up chapters 8 and 9. So, for context, I'm pulling over most of it. I would say 70 to 80% of the chapters that I'm pulling over are staying the same. Like, the heart of what they are staying the same. However, they do need to be modified, and a lot of that includes like cutting things out and removing plot threads that I thought I was going to have the ability to incorporate later on down the line. Because initially I thought this was going to be like a duology or a series or something like that. At this point, I'm totally planning for this to be a standalone, which means that some of the things that I was planning to explore later on down the line, yeah, we're not going to get there. which means that I need to remove some of these plot threads. So, that being what it is, my goal is to clean up chapters 8 and 9 so that they are good to go, and then write chapter 10. I will keep you guys updated, and I will see you in the next update. If you're still here, thank you. I appreciate you for being on this journey with me. I hope your journey is going well, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next update. Bye. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at. Today is day 10 and it's August 13th, which means it's also Ben's birthday. So if you're watching this, please just drop a happy birthday, Ben, in the comments. But that being said, whew, okay. The last couple of days have not gone the way that I have wanted them to go. Like, if I'm just being honest. Been lifing, had some house things that we had to deal with, and unfortunately that set me behind because despite my best intentions, it is actually really difficult to focus when there are people in the house, especially trying to be creative, especially when you have a lot of just general interruptions. Not bad because things had to be done, but like interruptions, right? So, that being said, I am still around 57,000 words. I don't know if that was more or less than my last update because I didn't write it down. Smart me. My goal is to have this done by Friday, Saturday at the latest, which means I have 3 to 5 days to finish this book. And that is a thought that I'm not going to dwell too much on at this current moment in time. It's a little bit before 7:30. Normally, I try to let the Discord server know when I'm writing because accountability and like being an author and seeing when other people are in the chat and they're writing and they're getting things done, it's just like it's really motivating. Like, yeah, I see you, you're doing the thing and I love this for you, like I am rooting you on. But sometimes for me, when I state things or share things, my brain is immediately combative to it. And so I think this is definitely one of those mornings where I'm going to be moving in silence. For now, it's just going to be me and my laptop and trying to get some writing done before the day has time to go wrong. So, that being said, I will share with you guys that my goal for today is to uh, get chapter 9 and 10 done. If I'm being super ambitious, I would like to get all the way through chapter 12 because, like I said, I have 3 to 5 days to get this book done. And I have some ambitious plans for this book. I will share a little snippet somewhere on the screen with you guys so you can get a little sneak preview of Project Necromancer. I feel like it's only fair since you guys are on this journey with me. It is completely out of context. I will not tell you whether or not this ended up in the final draft or not, but it is something that I've written for this project, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you've never picked up one of my books, hopefully this will encourage you to do so. I have several books available. I suggest that you start with We Are the Origin if you're looking for something that is high fantasy. I suggest that you start with A Lady Widow if you are looking for something kind of short and impactful. And if you are super pressed on time, I recommend that you get the Magic of the Melanin anthology because all of those are short stories that you can fly through in like an hour. So, that being said, I am going to stop rambling and I'm going to lock in and I will check in with you later. Hopefully you can hear me. Excuse the noise in the background. We are getting our roof repaired, and if you are part of the community and you are part of the Discord server, then you already know what's been going on this side of the planet. Today is day 16 of me trying to finish Project Necromancer. Currently, I am sitting at just over 76,000 words. In a little bit of time since my last update, I have been putting in work. So I am now on chapter 12. There will be 16 chapters in this book as of right now, and that may change in editing, but this draft is going to have 16 chapters. The goal for today is to finish chapter 12 and move on to chapter 13. The last couple of chapters, 13 through 16, I know are going to be a little bit more heavy lifting on my part simply because I have never written the ending, mostly because I don't write endings if I don't like how we got there, mostly because I feel like it's kind of pointless. So, that being said, the last 4 chapters, 13, 14, 15, and 16, will have to basically be like drafted from scratch. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. Kind of like, we'll see how it goes. Today is Tuesday, the 19th. I am trying to have this done by Thursday or this week at the latest. So I can get it over to Tatiana. Our schedules lined up, so luckily, me not getting it to her last week was not a deal breaker. However, I am trying my best to get it to her as soon as possible. But on the plus side, Ben has been reading the chapters and he likes them. So, in case you guys are not aware, Ben is my PFP. He's also my husband. He's also the person I write books for because if he is happy, I mean, he's my favorite person on the planet. If he's happy, then I'm happy. So, that being it, I'm gonna get to writing and I'll see you guys in the next update. This is my final update for Project Necromancer, and it's kind of crazy to be saying that, but here we are. Today is day 26, August 29th. So, I'm gonna take a moment and give a huge birthday shout out to my friend Audrey Russell. If y'all have been watching the Melanin chat, y'all already know who she is. I love her. She's amazing. And if she's watching this, happy birthday, Audrey. I hope that this is the best year yet. That being said, it is August 29th, day 26, and I am done. And I have to be honest with you guys, I actually finished this book on Monday, August 25th, but I was not in the mental mind state to record an update. And unfortunately, sometimes I exist in the realm of it is more important to do the thing than to record myself doing the thing. So I'm so sorry for that. But if you guys are in our community, you would know when I finished the book because I told everyone in the Discord server and I celebrated a little bit there. So that being what it is, Project Necromancer is officially done. So yay! It is just under 104,000 words. Like it's 103,900 and some, right? But so just shy of 104,000 words. And as we speak, as I am recording this, it is currently with the author council. Tatiana is reading it. And I guess I can go ahead and say this now. Like I could put it out in the atmosphere. But I told you guys that I have plans for Project Necromancer, and it has taken me a while to come to terms with it. But I think I'm ready to actually say it out loud on camera. I am officially going to be querying this book. So rather than indie publishing it and putting it out myself, I am going to see if there's any space in the traditional publishing world for C& Lockhart. So I will keep you guys updated on that journey. I already have put out a couple of feelers, and there are a couple things that I plan to do. Unfortunately, I really am one of those people where I like to tell you guys and share my journey, but to a certain extent, because real G's move in silence like lasagna. You feel me? In case you guys don't know, one of my goals has always been to be a hybrid author. I definitely am not one of those people who sold into traditional publishing is magical. Like that is not me. That's not who I am. I think traditional publishing is a business. And I think the business only works if it is making you money and if it is doing what it needs to do. And there are certain things that I believe that traditional publishing can do for me and for my career and what I see for it that I am willing to throw my hat into the ring. But that being what it is, I'm so glad to have this done, you guys. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea. I was talking to La about this, and if you haven't seen her stream where we celebrated the release of her debut, I highly recommend that you go check it out. But I was talking to her in the group chat, and I was just like, it is kind of wild that I've been working on Project Necromancer for almost 2 years. And this started out as like a little side quest. And I have learned so much about myself, about my writing style, about my weaknesses, about the places where I need to grow in my writing, things that I have grown. Like, I can definitely look at the early iterations of Project Necromancer and see where I have grown as a writer. And it's just like crazy because I understand that this is a journey that I needed to take, but also it took 2 years. So, that being said, I'm going to end this with answering one of the questions that a lot of people have been asking me. And that is, when is book 3 coming? So, if you guys are just tuning in, book 3, meaning the third book of my Wrath of the Gods trilogy, following Brandy and company, a group of assassins who are having to work together to save the gods and their realm from destruction. The first two books, We Are the Origin and We Are Dying Gods, are already out in the world. when is book 3 coming? And the answer is very soon. I intended initially to actually have it out this year. When I was under the impression that Project Necromancer was not going to take me as long as it did. However, that being what it is, I will say that I am going to be at the Petersburg Book Festival in Virginia, September 13th. So I'm taking the time between now, August 29th, and then September 13th to rest my brain, to rest my fingers, to rest my nerves, because um, I will say that finishing a book, there is definitely a certain point where you see the end in sight, and it's definitely grind mode. I'm sitting here and I'm putting words on the page, I'm banging it out. My hands are on the keys at all time, and there's no time for rest. There's no time for anime watching. There's no time for video games. There's no time for reading. There's no time for going out. There's no time for hanging out with my husband. There's none of that. There's none of that. It is literally get up, get some breakfast, get some coffee, sit down at the keyboard, and grind it out. Which that is my process. Is it healthy? Probably not. Is it how I work? Yes. Yes, it is. That being what it is, it does take a toll mentally, physically, emotionally. So I'm going to take a break. And once I'm back from the Petersburg Book Festival, first thing I'm going to do is reread books 1 and 2. Um, I don't know if I've announced this publicly yet, but if you've made it all the way to the end of this video, I can tell you. I have commissioned new covers for We Are the Origin and We Are Dying Gods. So I have brand new covers for that. I'm going to be rereading the books, marking places that need to be cleaned up, and then we are getting into book 3. And I promise I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that it was worth the wait. I will say that if Project Necromancer makes it its way out into the world, there are definitely some Easter eggs if you have read We Are the Origin or We Are Dying Gods. So they are not in the same world. This is not the same magic system at all, but there are a couple of connected pieces there that I hope will be appreciated. I can also say that if you follow me on Instagram, you already know this. I will be at Faye in the A, which is a fantasy book event that is happening in Atlanta in October of next year. My goal is to absolutely have book 3 ready by then. So if you come to the event, you can buy the complete trilogy and hopefully a couple of other things. But yeah, that is it. Thank you guys for being on this journey with me. Thank you guys for rocking with me these last 2 years while I've been working on Project Necromancer and starting over and figuring things out. $10 gets you into the DNF Book Club. We recently just talked about this book, A Song of Legends Lost by M.H. Allende. And we are going to be reading, right now we have If We Were a Movie by Zakiya and Jamal on the docket, but that may be changing, and I'm rambling. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications so you don't miss when I post new videos and when I go live. And if you like to support this channel and the Melanin Library and what I'm doing creatively, then please click the join button. $5 gets you in, $10 gets you into the DNF Book Club, and we would love to have you in our community of writers and readers and people who just love the bookish realm in all of its glory. So that is it. I will see you guys in the next one.